We are very excited to be joined with a very special and dynamic country music voice, Brandon Maddox. He has
Yay!
he has a fantastic resume. He has opened up for Brett Eldredge, and he has, of course, one of my favorite country songs, "The Bigger the Wheels, the Better the Man." Now, girls, you have to read into that yourselves. So, how you doing, Brandon?
Doing great. How you doing, Brittany?
Doing fantastic. How you doing, Jess?
Good.
Great.
Now that everybody's good, we got that out of the way.
So, Brett, you got questions?
Speaking of the bigger the wheels, the better the man. It's a pretty big hit for you. How did you come up with the song?
Well, I actually was I was writing one day with my friend Danny, and we just had this idea for this song about how everybody's driving trucks, and they go around town, and that we got off onto monster trucks for some reason. I don't even know why, but we were just like, there's little kids riding big wheels, and then there's the monster truck guys that crush the cars, and what if a little kid grew up and started driving the monster trucks around, because he always had this fascination with monster trucks. So we just came up with a song, and then it came along that, hey, we'd like to pitch this to Monster Truck. So we did. They picked it up, and I've just been singing it across the country ever since.
Be a good Hot Wheels commercial.
I think it would, yeah. If they want to pay me to put it on their commercial, I'll be just fine with that.
So, you opened up for Brett Eldredge.
Yeah,
Right.
I was in September of last year in Pueblo, Colorado for the Colorado State Fair, and I was being managed by a guy at the time who said, I'd love to get you in on this and to do this because I had received a mass email that had gone out from someone, and that mass email said anybody who would like to play at the Colorado State Fair can message me their information and we'll consider you. So I said, man, if you want to get me in on this and take the reins on this whole managing thing and get me this gig, then that would be great. But at the time, we didn't know if it would be Brett Eldredge or if it would be somebody that nobody's ever heard of or whoever. So it just kind of all worked out that it wound up being somebody that I both like his music, and I've known for about 5, 6 years from Nashville, that I got to open up for that guy. So it was really cool.
Oh,
Jess
that's
over here is a
awesome.
big fan of Brett.
I am. I
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah, I had actually seen him like in 2008 in downtown Nashville performing. And I was a fan of his voice, and I was like, man, this guy can really sing. It's not auto-tuned or anything. It's just like straight up raw, great voice. And then we ran into each other a few times out and about, and it was always cool to run into him.
And that's awesome.
hmm
So, is he really tall in real life?
Not much. I mean, he's like maybe an inch taller than me. Actually, I'd have to get back with you on that because I can't remember who was taller in that picture. But I had my picture taken with him, and you can actually go to facebook.com/Brandon Maddox Music, and you can see that picture of me and Brett Eldredge, and you can see who's taller there. I just can't remember who is taller.
So, Brandon, how did this all get started?
When I was about 11, 12 years old, roughly, my grandfather had a classical guitar with a crack in the side of the guitar, and it was in his woodshed. And I really was like looking to play guitar, so I got the guitar out, I restrung it, and I started teaching myself to play. And I know that you're from the UK area, and actually the Beatles were a big time influence of mine. So out of old Beatles books, I taught myself to play guitar, and then it was just like, okay, a natural progression. I just started writing songs because your own Lennon and McCartney were writing all the songs of the Beatles at the time. So I was like, hey, I'd love to write songs too, just like they did. They sang their own songs that they performed by mostly. So I just started teaching myself, and over the years became, very much into writing songs, And then it was like a few years back, I said, I'm just going to go into this and try to do this for a living. And 2.5 years later, I've never had a day job in 2.5 years. I've just been doing music full time as an artist, playing my own songs out, and it's been a blast.
So did you just say we were from the UK?
Well, I don't know. Are you from the UK? Where are you from? Are you from like?
We're from Philadelphia.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
I
Originally,
don't,
like y'all
I, yeah, I'm from Philadelphia. Not
Yeah.
really?
outside Philadelphia.
Wow, I had no idea. Your accents do not sound really Philly or Mid-Atlantic state, from what I know.
Well,
Yes, I do. We do have some British fans out there
yeah.
in the UK. We did an interview with someone from England.
Yeah, you either sound like I'm like far eastern Kentucky, like that region of the country, like southern country, or you sound UK, and I couldn't make out, but definitely not Philadelphia. I would have never guessed that.
Brittany has
I
more of a
guess
southern accent.
I guess doing these hangouts, they all have southern accents, so you just happens.
You picked it
I
up.
haven't
It's
picked it up.
contagious.
Getting there. I want to move to Nashville one day.
Oh, it's so much fun. You'd love it.
Oh, I love it already.
Yeah. What's your favorite place that you've played in so far, Nashville?
So far in Nashville, um, I have so many different places. I played the Bluebird. I played Tequila Cowboy on Broadway. I played a hotel lounge in Nashville. Um, I played the Nashville Palace. I played Opryland, Opry Mills Mall. I like playing Opry Mills Mall quite
Oh,
a
that's
bit.
a nice mall.
Oh, I love that mall.
Yeah, it's a good fan building place. Like
Yeah.
on Black Friday, I performed at Opry Mills Mall, and there's like 40,000 people that come through the mall at
Mhm.
that time. So that's a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of where else that I've enjoyed playing, but um, when I was playing the Bluebird, I was actually in a round with a Songwriter of the Year in 2007, and I forget which song he wrote, but his name was Mark Beeson, and we were all in a songwriters round put on by ASCAP in Nashville as one of their featured writers at the Bluebird Cafe. So that was a lot of fun. Um, and then I'm just drawing a blank because I play right now. I'm playing across the country, and I'm playing a whole lot more in other locations besides Nashville. So it's been a while since I've like just exclusively played Nashville.
Have you ever played in Philadelphia?
I have. I've played the World Cafe Live in Philly.
You should come back.
Yeah,
I'd
come
love
back.
to.
We'll come visit you.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm gonna try to get to come back to Philadelphia and Pennsylvania next year. I'm gonna try to make work that in as one of my stops.
Bigger
Awesome.
the wheels, the better the man.
That's right. We'll be rolling right into Philadelphia.
Got that right. So, Brandon, who inspired you to start singing?
Well, like I said, the Beatles were an inspiration. Hank Williams Sr. was an inspiration. Um, there was, of course, I liked the Johnny Cash. I liked a lot of his music. John Denver, believe it or not, is an influence. The Beach Boys, 60s rock and roll, is an influence of mine. Also, in recent years, Brad Paisley, he was probably him and Toby Keith were probably the guys that got me like started doing this and going wanting to do this for a living. Was
Toby
watching them.
Keith's the man.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love some Toby Keith. Great songs, great music.
Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses.
That's
Brittany,
that's right.
you should tell that story, Britt.
You got a story? Do we need to share
Yeah.
the story with the public?
Brittany, I think you should share a story with that song.
It got very quiet.
Last year you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the radio. So that's a funny story. we weren't allowed to play, I guess, that song, apparently, but I played it anyway. Yeah.
And
He
she
did a
got in trouble for it.
But the guy was like, that is a good song.
Yeah. He was like, you can't really say that, but it's still a good song.
He's
Yeah.
a man.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been a fan of his. I liked his whole like outlaw thing he had going on. He still does, but I like that whole like outlaw kind of an image to where he's like, well, I'll just go out on my own, forget my record label, and I'll just buy up everything and kill the competition. That's pretty cool of him to just be like, okay, if you're not going to play things my way, record label, I'm going to go out there and do things my way and just you know make my own #1 hits happen.
It reminds me of Taylor Swift, basically what she did.
Well, I know that Taylor Swift had a lot of investment money put into her career, like $3 million.
Yes.
Yes, and her and Scott Borchetta and her father, which owned Swift Trucking Company, they went out there and started a partnership, and she was, I guess, a wise investment for them with that $3 million worth of promotion. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you guys want to hear a song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Heard you got a new tune.
I do. And I'll be playing it on this new guitar, which is a sponsorship guitar. I just got a guitar sponsorship from Back Porch Guitars out of California, and so that's why I'll be playing this tune on.
Awesome.
You haven't heard this song. It's going to be on the next album, but it's called Tangled Up in Moonlight.
Oh, cool.
Hey, babe, what you drinking there? If you were mine, I'd take a sip. It wouldn't mind as long as it had your pretty lipstick on the straw. Hey, babe, no starry night I've ever seen could compete with the sweet shimmer in your eyes. Girl next door, style, you got it on. I guess you can tell I'm not a big small talker, so please don't think I'm some kind of stalker. There's all kind of guys with better pickup lines, but I got a pickup that sure can fly to a sweet spot off of Maddox. We can be there in no time, where the creek flows and your mind goes downstream, but your heart is up for the ride to a brand new kind of nightlife, tangled up in moonlight. Hey babe, we were gonna dance, but you took my hand and two-stepped me on out the door to nowhere, 'cause nowhere's where we'll find a peekaboo moon peeking on the horizon. We'll start falling when it starts rising. We're out here like this, girl, we could lose our grip, getting caught up in a kiss at a sweet spot off the map. We can be there in no time. The creek flows and your mind goes downstream, while your heart hangs on for the ride in a brand new kind of nightlife, tangled up in moonlight. Girl, I'm all wrapped up in you at this sweet spot off of Map Dot. We got here in no time, where the creek flows and your mind goes downstream. I see your heart moves up for the ride, living a brand new kind of nightlife, tangled up in moonlight, tangled up in moonlight, tangled up in moonlight.
Brandon,
Oh, that's great.
Woo!
Oh, that's great.
That's fantastic.
I like that song.
We're all blushing over here.
Yeah.
I wrote that with my friend. Comes up from Louisiana, Dan Rivers, and we wrote that song together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll play another before we go and leave the chat. I've got a lot of fans out there like Picture Perfect, so I'll do that one. Maybe the bigger the wheels, the better the man, since
Oh
Brittany's a
yeah,
big fan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
So we see you play the guitar. So do you play any other instruments?
I do. I have a harmonica that I play at the same time as the guitar, kind of Bob
No
Dylan
way.
style.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I've got it. I've got it over in my case, my guitar case right there. But I play. I kind of mix up the songs, and I'll be playing. I play like Heart of Gold by Neil Young on that, and then I'll play some originals with the harmonica, and just kind of like play. I love to play them at the same time. And I got this cool new harmonizer device at my shows where if I want to like throw some harmony, like on the choruses of the songs, I can be playing the harmonica around my neck, the guitar straight on, and then hit that, and I can put harmony and add another voice to come in and sing harmony on the song. So it's real cool. It sounds more full that way.
That is cool. That sounds difficult though.
It's a little bit getting used to with like
Yeah.
working your foot, working your, like harmonica and, playing the guitar at the same time. But,
Mhm.
just practice. It's like
Sure
anything
is a
else.
talent.
Do what?
Sure is a talent.
He's like a
Oh,
triple threat.
yeah, I try. I've got some cool things happening. I just got I was telling Brittany, a friend of mine's going to be recording one of the songs I wrote and putting it on his album. His name's Dustin Collins, and he's going to be putting it out as one of his singles and making a music video out of it and everything. And then I've got some great things happening lined up for next year. Um, where I'm going to be working with a company called Heart Songs for Wounded Soldiers.
Mhm.
Just signed a contract with them on one of my songs called I Don't Dream in Color Anymore. And that's going to be a song for wounded soldiers in that project. So lots of cool stuff, and maybe even monster truck stuff next year we're working on as well.
Yeah, cool.
So
hmm
what can we expect from your new album?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more of like a weightless geared album than a Bigger the Wheels album. It's going to be a little bit more of a throwback to the first one, but like you heard, Tangled Up in Moonlight, and then it's going to be more of a like songs for the ladies kind of a thing, to where um, there's going to be some experiences I've had, like at the county fair, going on the roller coaster rides, kind of a thing. Fun, up tempo for the most part. There's one song on there that's kind of a more of a heartbreak kind of a thing that it delves into, but it should be a fun kind of an album. Lots of fun tunes on there, and then it's going to be coming out in I'd say May of next year.
It's exciting.
hmm
Um, we have a fan that actually asked a couple questions on the YouTube page.
Okay.
They want to know, what do you like to eat on the road?
Well, what I like to eat and when I get out on the road are a couple different things, but I like to eat pretty good when I'm at home, home cooked meals kind of thing, Southern cooking with like good old homegrown tomatoes and everything like that. That's what I like to eat, that kind of stuff. But
Oh,
out on
okay.
the road, when I'm out on the road, I tend to try to eat like Cracker Barrel as a substitute. Sometimes I like Cracker Barrel. I'll also go to trying to think of where else. A lot of times we'll eat with people we stay with, like fans that I'm out on the road and I'm crashing with for the night. Um, also, I'm trying to think of anything else. Panera Bread. A lot of
Oh,
times, grab a grab a cup of coffee at Panera Bread and like a little bagel kind of thing, whatever those are called, sandwiches, is egg and whatever sandwiches, and I'll eat that, and then I've got a big bag of like snacks that's in like in the back seat, and so I'll eat like breakfast, snack a bunch, whether that be like popcorn and crap like that, or and then I'll have like a really good meal at night, like I'll have a hamburger or something, or I'll have Cracker Barrel at night or something. Just whatever I can find pretty much out in the road.
So,
All right.
cook? Do you cook?
Yes, I do. I cook a lot of stuff like I mainly just steam veggies. I'll steam some vegetables and stuff. I also make some like smoothie kind of things when I'm at home. And what else? I like um, I'll cook some chili now and then. Kind of simple stuff. I don't delve into it like extensively, but I like to cook. It's kind of like a stress reliever in a way.
Yeah.
Cool.
With your chili, is it like coming out of like the can and you like put it in like a pot or something? Or like,
No, it's like I take frozen beef, put it in the skillet, fry it up, and then I'll take a couple of cans of like tomato sauce, put them in there, and mix it with like some of the chili powder, and then mix that all together with some beans in there and maybe some onions. I have a garden too, and I grow peppers and all kinds of spicy stuff out there. So I'll put some like peppers in the chili and make it real hot and good.
so it is home cooked.
Yeah.
I thought like you got like a can of
Let's
chili.
determine that.
Yeah. It's like I don't know because it might go like you might could do it a little bit more from scratch than that, but I don't know if you can. I don't know how much from scratch you could. I guess you'd have to make your own tomato sauce, which I don't do. I just buy the canned stuff. But I guess virtually from scratch.
I gotcha. The same person asked, how do you decide what cities to play in?
Well, I will usually what I've done with like the monster truck stuff, since I've already played big arena shows in those towns, and that was like Sioux City, Iowa, Madison, Wisconsin, and throughout the Midwest region. I basically am trying to build fans off of that because, as you may know, when you're trying to book a show with the bar really likes to have people there at the bar drinking so that they can make alcohol and food sales. So I kind of leverage off of the big arena shows that I used to be doing. I kind of leverage that with my bar shows to try to draw those fans I made back in January until September playing monster truck shows. So I've been going back to those same cities and I've been building an itinerary of like, okay, logistically speaking, how can I make sure that I'm not out of pocket, out of money by going to these towns and building the fans in those towns that are maybe just off or just a little ways from those monster truck towns. My goal is to continue to like branch out from each town until I get the fans that I made in those towns to come to the shows in the neighboring towns on the next tour, and then it just grows and it just continues to grow in that way. So it's kind of scientific in a way that I do it, but also if I have fans that are really hardcore that are saying, "Hey, can you book a show out in North Carolina?" which I do have those fans, um, then the Midwest thing, I kind of put it on hold and say, how can I make it economically feasible to go to North Carolina and do those shows? It may take me booking a casino show, which pays better, and then going out there that way, or it may be that that they agree to put me up for the night and let me crash at their place so I don't have a hotel cost. And then I've got a decently paying bar show so I can kind of get my foot in the door. It's just a matter of affording it, basically.
Okay. Brittany, do you have any questions?
I'm checking YouTube right now.
What about that game? You said you
Oh.
had a game?
Yes, I have a surprise for y'all. I do.
Yeah?
Yep.
Did you say you had a game that you're gonna? Yeah, it was like that music country song or wrong game. Was that right?
Yep. Country song, country wrong. You might have seen it on Ellen.
Ellen, we
Ellen?
love you.
I don't know about you. Are you ready for this game?
I've never played it before. It's kind of very spur of the moment. So explain the rules. What I need to
Okay.
do.
The rules are, I'm gonna say it's gonna probably be like a title, or it could be from a song, or it might not even be a song. at all, and
Mhm.
you have to say country song if you think it's a song, or if you think it's not a song at all, then you say
Mhm.
country wrong.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
up
I'm
for the
gonna play
challenge.
along. I'm gonna play along with you guys.
Can I play
Okay.
against you guys too?
Yes, yes, we're all gonna
Because
play.
I don't, just for the records, I do not know anything that she's about to say.
Okay. All right.
So I'll play against you.
All
All right,
right.
you ready?
All right,
Some of
let's
these
do
are
this.
absurd, just so you know.
What?
Some of them are really absurd.
Oh boy.
Okay.
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 Let's do this.
Come out of the wheat field, Nelly. You're going against the grain. Country
Country
song or
song.
country wrong?
Say it again.
Come out of the wheat field, Nelly. You're going against the grain.
Country wrong.
Guess what you say?
Country song.
You said wrong. You said song.
Yeah.
Correct answer is country song.
All right.
Oh, I got the first one wrong. Okay.
Yes, not wrong.
I'm just that good.
Good.
All right, this one's a good one. Did I shave my legs for this? I'm kind of hoping this one's a
Country
song.
song. Country
Uh,
song.
oh man, I feel like I know this one. I'm gonna say country wrong.
I really hope this one's a song. The answer is
Country song.
country song.
What?
Yeah,
1-1.
that's Leanne Womack, I believe. That's the title of one. I think it's Leanne Womack, isn't it?
Dina Carter.
Deanna Carter. Yeah, I knew. I was in the ballpark.
All right.
That's a good one. I shaved my legs for this. All right. Oh, I like this one. How come your dog don't bite nobody but me?
Country wrong.
I'm gonna agree. Country wrong.
Ah, you both are wrong. It's a country
What?
song.
Oh my. Who's that? Who is that by?
The website that I looked it on, it was like a real old country song, like long time ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this one's a good one. I changed her oil. She changed my life.
I think country song.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll agree.
You both are right.
Okay. Whew.
Country song. I think the She Changed My Life was the hint.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And oil.
So we're tied.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's got one up on me. I don't know.
No, I think we're tied.
You're tied now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I thought I loved you, but then I realized I was just drunk.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna say country song.
Let's see. I think it's a song too.
Oh man, you both are wrong. Country wrong. I
I've
think
heard
it's
it
all one.
somewhere. It sounded familiar.
Maybe you should make this a song.
Maybe so. Yeah.
I realized I was just drunk.
It's funny enough to be.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
my last one for the winner. Get out of my car.
That's it? Just get out of my car?
Get out of my car.
Country wrong.
I'm gonna say country song.
I can't believe Brandon got this one wrong.
Oh my.
Country.
Who's it by?
What?
Country song by Toby Keith.
It's by
Oh,
who?
it's Toby Keith.
Toby
Toby
Keith.
Keith.
Really? Which is that the name of it? Get out of my car?
I swear.
Wow. That's
Go look
crazy.
it up.
I
I'm
never
about to download this on iTunes.
heard. I'm gonna be trying to write that drunk song. I thought I loved you, but I was drunk. Nah.
That's great. I would like that song. I would listen to that.
Yeah, I'd be wanting to figure out what the storyline was behind that.
All right, so the winner is Jess.
Yep.
We need to do another one where we say like, name that line or name that like lyric and tell me which song that lyric applies to in country music. That's what you need to. That's your next like
That's my
game.
next. Yes.
Yeah, that'll be our next game.
hmm Well, you want to hear a tune? Something I actually can win at. I can play the guitar and I can sing.
Yes.
All right. And I'm on Twitter and all that stuff. It's at BMadMusic on Twitter. BMadMusic Twitter. So this song is called Picture Perfect. It's like my most requested song out there. It's got radio play on different stations across the country. And I had this title for a while, and then this guy that I got together with, we wrote it in like an isolation booth of a studio, and we had just like met that day. So it was kind of weird, kind of awkward, but a good song resulted. 5'2", freckles on her nose, probably not the girl you'd find in a fashion show. Little white rain holds her hair just fine. Those baggy jeans look great to me when I take her out at night. She may not be a 10, but then again, if you ask me, she's picture perfect. On a Sunday afternoon, curled up on the couch, no makeup on or sweet perfume. Picture perfect. It's all those little things she doesn't have that get to me more than worth it. Oh, 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 picture perfect. I stopped to buy that rose, locked my keys inside my car, had to call her on her phone. We spent that night fishing in the dark with a rusty old coat hanger. She hit the mark and unlocked more than just the door to my car. When that kiss was picture perfect, though not quite like I'd planned. She smiled, I was kissing teeth in the front seat of my sedan. Picture perfect. Just one more memory that, looking back, still gets to me. More than worth it. Oh, 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 picture perfect. She showed me a snapshot when she was 13. Who'd have thought that carrot top with freckles would be so picture perfect? On a Sunday afternoon, curled up on the couch, no makeup on or sweet perfume. Picture perfect. It's all those little things she doesn't have, but still get to me. More than worth it. Oh, oh, perfect. She's picture perfect. Oh, she's still picture perfect.
Woo!
Oh, that's good too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You guys want to hear Bigger the Wheels?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And once again, you know, I have this contest running on Facebook right now. So if anybody like gets me 100 likes, like goes out, posts on their page and says, hey, you know, like Brandon Maddox music Facebook page, then all the people that go there, they say, okay, Susie just sent me to like your page. Well, Susie will get a free signed CD of my upcoming album for next year's album if they get that many likes. So that's going on. It's facebook.com/Brandon Maddox Music on there. So that's a little contest we have running right now. And once again, I'm also on Twitter. And if you want to do the same thing on Twitter followers, we can do that too. So it's whatever, if a fan wants to just do Twitter followers and get the CD, they can do that as well. But we were talking about this one earlier, and glad to have the opportunity that Monster Truck picked this song up and said that they'd like me to sing it across the country and be their artist of 2014. You can find this song on iTunes, as well as you can find Picture Perfect out on iTunes also. But bigger the wheels, the better the man. Well, I was just a country boy, barely 5 years old, skidding on my big wheel while the other kids just rode. Skinny bikes with skinny wheels, all clean, cute, and nice. I'd pull the brake, lock her up, spin that baby twice. Truckers passed and honked their horns as they rolled through, and we all shared a smile at something we all knew. The bigger the wheels, the better the man. Oh, it's a country fact of life I came to understand. Through the tread, the field, all around the curves, heels and turns were shifting into gear. I traveled every highway, no place I ain't been. Just drove it down, gas me up, I'm ready to roll again. The bigger the wheels, oh, the bigger the wheels, the better the man. By high school I was driving pickups, me and all my pals. We learned fast that big old tires could get you pretty gals. Them other boys are foreign toys, they get off our ground, trying to take girls to the lake just outside of town. Cause once the pavement stops, that's where the magic starts. We drove those trucks through mud straight into our girls' hearts. The bigger the wheels, the better the man. Oh, it's a country fact of life. Them girls, they understand. The bigger the tread, the better the feel. Fall around the curves, heels and turns are shifting into gear. I've traveled every highway, no place I ain't been. Just drove it down, gas me up, I'm ready to roll again. The bigger the wheels, that's right. The bigger the wheels, the better the man. Driver, four-wheel rider, highway hauler, yeah. Life might put us in a ditch, but man, we don't complain. Just cool us down, gas us up, we're ready to roll again. The bigger the wheels, the better the man. Oh, it's a country fact of life, we all understand. The bigger the tread, the better the feel. Fall around the curves, heels and turns are shifting into gear. We've traveled every highway, no place we ain't been. And just in case the horn's too loud, let me say it again. The bigger the wheels, yeah, the bigger the wheels, the better the man.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was great.
I like
The
that
bigger the
one.
wheels, the better the man. I like it.
I can see how you and your father were jamming out to that, Britt.
He walked
That's a good song.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad he got to hear a little bit of it too.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
Let me just emphasize on this. Just remember, all out there listening, watching this Google Hangout. Just remember, live music. We try to emphasize on that. This is live music.
Live.
Yeah, exactly,
It's not like
exactly.
that phony stuff.
Have you had a lot of people play live on your Google Hangout?
We had
Yeah.
Casey Chilcott and Polly Baker sang a song.
That's
She
cool.
sang Fancy, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
cool.
good song.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, actually, Reba McEntire's band leader and keyboard player is who has been producing my albums. So that's Fancy's like one of
Really?
my favorite. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
Doug
watching Reba
Sizemore.
today.
Yeah, Reba's like behind the scenes. She's a wonderful person, and of course, in front of everybody, she's a great person. So she is the real deal. She's like not, anybody that you wouldn't want to know in real life. She's a cool artist.
So you've met Reba?
Yeah, and
Oh,
the keyboard player, the guy that produces my albums, he's like, whether it's like the Today Show, 4 a.m. in the morning when nobody really wants to be up, going to a news interview or whatever, she's just as chipper and just as nice on those early morning interviews than, at her best. So she's very good at being polite and good to people and everything like that.
oh, that's awesome. I love her.
She's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah. She's so funny too.
Yeah, yeah, she's got a good sense of humor too.
Yeah.
Um, but her and Kelly Clarkson are all like part of the same team.
Hmm.
So that's why they do the duets and everything like that, because Kelly Clarkson and her people are kind of like in the same camp. They're all together working with each other between pop and country.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but yeah, I've got about 900 songs that I've written, so I'm looking forward to, Reba's guy Doug producing some more of my albums. He's an awesome guy to take that on and be my first producer ever. So it's been cool.
That's awesome.
hmm was there any other fan questions that have come through?
I'm looking.
Heather says hi.
Hello, Heather. How you doing up in Wisconsin? Hope you're doing well.
Oh, it's a shame she can't respond back
Wait, what do you mean?
because we just paused. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone gets.
Well,
Um,
she's up in Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Wisconsin's where Heather's from.
oh
And
yeah.
yeah, hardcore fan. She's always messaging me.
Yeah, I get a lot of tweets from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also wants to know how much is it for a birthday show.
Yeah, it depends. If it's up in Wisconsin, I would say probably 800 to 1,000 to do a birthday show, being that far away.
Yeah.
But if I can book some other shows around it, it'll be worth going up there doing it.
But you should definitely come up here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a graduation party soon.
Yeah, we could work something out for
Yeah.
sure. I'd be up for it. I love to play, any kind of parties, house concerts, or, birthday parties, graduation, all the above. I just like to play, and I like to do it for a living. Like I've been doing just exclusively music for 2 years and not had to do any other sort of work. So it's been cool.
Oh, that's cool.
hmm
I think
So
that's
I'm
what
always
music's all about.
do what?
Yeah.
I think that's what music's all about.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, you just try to share and be and let music breathe and live and have its place. You got to make a living, but you can't become consumed with trying to be like rich. If you're trying to be rich, I think Waylon said it. If you're trying to go for music just to make a bunch of money, there's a lot of other professions out there that have a guaranteed amount of money that you can make and you'd be perfectly happy with if you're just all about the money. As far as being famous and all that, has its advantages and disadvantages. So it should all be about the music at that point. And so, you want to go into it because you love music, because there's a lot of ups and downs, roller coaster rides in the music business.
Hmm. We got another question from Renee.
Okay.
What is your favorite song you've ever written and why?
Wow, that's a toughie. Um, that's real tough. I like a song. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to answer it this way. I had a lot of fun writing a song that's probably going to be put out there in the next few months. I'm having it mixed and mastered right now in the studio, but it's called Cougarville, and it's a funny song about cougars, obviously, and I played it out, and everybody just has a great time. But I was I'd just moved to Nashville. I was kind of like trying to get my start in Nashville, and it's going around to a lot of the bars, and I had older women in their 40s or whatever. I had some cougars in their 40s and stuff come up and say, hey, you're awful cute and stuff. Why don't we get together? Or, hey, I would love to manage you under the pretense of let's make this a business pleasure deal. And so I had a lot of fun just like writing about those experiences and stuff in the song Cougarville. So did my co-writer. He was like, I feel like all these cougars are coming after me, man. And I was like, well, let's write a song about it. Let's call it Cougarville. And so we had the best time. I mean, just sharing those crazy experiences and making a song so funny we were laughing like crazy. So I'll say that was the most fun song that I've had the pleasure of writing. But my favorite song that's hard to nail down, I like You Get Me That Way a lot, and I like Weightless a lot. Those were also two that were some of my favorites to write. But yeah, it's hard to pin one down.
That sounds like a fun song, definitely.
Yeah, it is. It was so much fun, and look for it to be coming out as a single in the next few months. Probably after January.
I'll
It'll
be the
be
first to download it.
Yes, we will.
cool. Awesome.
I have another question from one of my friends, Morel. She says, if you could do a duet with any singer, who would it be?
Well, duet, like it had to be a female, I guess, right? So I'd say probably. Let me think about it real quick. I'm used to answering, hey, who would you like to play on stage with? And that would be Brad Paisley. But as far as a duet, um, probably Sarah Evans. She would be very easy on the eyes to do a duet with.
Yeah.
So, going from a duet, who would you want to like open for? Said Brad Paisley. Say.
Yeah, I would love to play on stage with Brad Paisley. That would be awesome to watch him take off on a lead lick that just was tearing it up. That'd be so amazing. As far as, I would love to open for, Toby Keith or somebody like that too. It really wouldn't matter, but just as long as everybody was having a good time, it would really matter like what the audience, if they were really into the show and how they were reacting more than anything else, probably.
I would definitely like to see that.
Yeah, Brad Paisley's just like my all-time favorite country music guy. I mean, just playing the guitar, wailing like that, and the cleverness of his writing, um, and all that, especially his older stuff. I liked his Mud on the Tires and his um, the song about the Cuban cigar. I smoked all these Cuban cigars and took out a fire insurance policy. It's just clever writing. I'm gonna miss her. I play that song a lot in my concerts. But I'm big Brad Paisley fan.
Yeah, we are too.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to head out. It's a pleasure having you on here, Brandon.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, Jess and Brittany, for having me on the air.
Thank you for
And
coming.
yeah, you're very welcome. You'll have a good one, okay?
You
All
too.
right, you too.
Bye.
Okay.
See
Bye.
ya.
See ya.